Prosecution to respond to submission. Lack of collaboration in agriculture sector. And Teachers College peaceful protest turned chaos. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The Waigani District Court has adjourned the case of two Portuguese women accused of attempting to smuggle 15 kilograms of cocaine out of PNG to July 23rd to allow the prosecution time to respond to their defense submission.
The lawyer representing the two Portuguese women has lodged their defense submission today at the Waigani District Court. The court will hear the prosecution's response on 23 July 2025. Until then, the accused remain held at Bomana Immigration Detention Center under remand. They have been in custody for about 7 months and 9 days. The accused, Cristalia Fonseca Inacio, 23 years of age, and Raquel Camilia Teixeira, 20 years of age, were arrested in December 2024 while trying to board a flight to Brisbane. Authorities allegedly found 13 bricks of cocaine concealed in their luggage during routine screening. The women who entered PNG on tourist visas claimed they were unaware the bags containing the drugs and said their trip had been arranged by a person known only as CJ. The suspected cocaine oil is estimated to be worth about 13 million kina. Luis Maingo, National EMTV News.
A doctor has been formally charged by the Waigani District Court with misappropriation of 5 million kina in state funds meant for the research and testing of COVID-19 drugs.
Dr. Bomai Kerenga, a 50-year-old man from Ku village in Sinesine Yangomul district of Simbu province, was arrested and arraigned for the alleged misuse of government funds intended for scientific research through his company, New Guinea Biomed Limited. Court documents reveal that the funds of a 10.2 million kina government allocation for COVID-19 drug research were dishonestly diverted for Dr. Kerenga's personal use and for the benefit of 32 other service providers in 2022. The defendant admitted to misusing nearly half of the allocated funds. Before the government money was disbursed to New Guinea Biomed Limited, Dr. Kerenga reportedly borrowed substantial amounts from a variety of service providers, including 10 Ayaka companies, 3 law firms, 3 individuals, 7 moneylenders, and 6 other service providers. The Waigani District Court has ordered a full investigation into the case, and further hearings are expected to follow. Luis Maingo, National EMTV News.
In a press conference, Oil Palm Industry Corporation General Secretary revealed he was not given the opportunity for a presentation at the National Government Round Table on Agriculture, Rural and Regional Development held recently at the Hilton Hotel. General Secretary for OPIC, Capson Pupita, said the Department of Agriculture and Livestock did not give prominence to OPIC, a sector that contributes enormously to the national economy, at the high-level roundtable on all of government coordination for agriculture, rural and regional development.
Oil palm was listed one of the presenters in this conference. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to present when I was ready to present on the performance of OPIC since 2018.
Mr. Pupita added that the presentation done by a consultant was misleading.
But somebody who worked as an insect scientist or entomologist in the private sector was told to present today, and presentation that was done today was misleading. And I would want to correct that the presentation that was done today at the workshop at Hilton It's not from OPIC and it's not mine.
Secretary for the Department of Agriculture and Livestock, Dr. Segi Bang, in response clarified that it was on the approval of Minister for Oil Palm Francis Maneke that they allowed the consultant to present on behalf of OPIC. Secretary Bang further conveyed his apologies to the OPIC General Secretary. Meanwhile, the General Secretary revealed that there is no collaboration amongst commodity heads in the agriculture sector. General Secretary Capson Pupita said non-collaborative efforts by the commodity heads raises serious concerns for the agriculture sector.
I can say that there is no leadership in the agriculture sector. All the commodity heads are running on our own. Nakia is working on his own without, it doesn't care working with the secretary. Livestock on top is working on his own. Coffee is working on his own.
He said while they preach about working collaboratively in the public domain, such is lacking on the ground.
This is a cause of concern we can be able to address. That the agriculture sector, the commodity board heads are not working with the secretary.
Mr. Pupita said the Maraperoso government is going into its full term, therefore these challenges needs to be highlighted.
If there is a disconnect, definitely we can't work well. So the government, the Prime Minister has to see this as well on the ground, and I've never made such complaints, but we had the first term of the Maraperoso government was half its term to 2022. Now we are going the full term, and I have to address these challenges.
What was initially set off as a peaceful protest turned into a chaotic situation yesterday at the Holy Trinity Teachers College in Mount Hagen, Western Highlands Province. This followed the suspension of the Student Representative Council President.
According to the students, classes has been held for 2 weeks now while waiting for the administration to address the issues raised by the students in a petition. They noted that the Holy Trinity Teachers College administration has failed to address students' petition within the 2 weeks, hence led to the protest demanding the school administration to step down. Students claim that the SRC president was suspended while raising students' issues relating to their welfare in the campus. In the petition, the student body demanded the administration reinstate the SRC president and that the administration steps down. They said classes would resume next week if these points are addressed. Female student representative Mos John further elaborated on the suspension of the SRC president.
With the suspension, there was no eyewitness to. They did not give a letter, a warning letter to the SRC office because it's the SRC president, school president. Now even no one the lecturer or student who was eyewitness that this is suspension, a meeting blow to now making decent to. We were not known that we are students, we are sign up because 2 weeks no me Sana lumiplan na mibla sana sto wat mibla megila mebon la kerem out. Satu la petition lumiplan mibla student mibla sana na goyet. No matter what. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the Mount Hagen Police Station Commander Chief Inspector Stephen Filippo outlined that the protest was technically illegal as students submitted their protest notice to his office right before the day of protest, whereas they ought to submit it 3 days earlier. Tension escalated when students started shouting and throwing stones at the police officers during the protest when police staged a warning shot to disperse the crowd. Fight erupted between the students and the police officers. Proper report of casualties will be made available after a full investigation is done. Attempts to get response from the school principal were unsuccessful. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
A total of 54 ballot boxes of Pogera-Paiela open seat in Enga province, containing 67,800 ballot papers, were pre-counted this morning with polling to commence tomorrow. A total of 27 candidates have been nominated, including the son of the late member Gidron Karipe and former Layaga Pogera Open member Nixon Mangape. Among the known candidates is our party candidate Dixon Pundi, People's Party Dr. Sam Yokopoa, United Resource Party Salas Ayala, and People's First Party candidate Frederick Ipara. Meanwhile, the ruling Pangu Party did not field a candidate in this by-election. Enga Provincial Election Manager Anton Imau is on the ground to oversee the process, and Western End Commander and State of Emergency Controller Chief Superintendent Joseph Thondop assured the government that the Combined Security Force team on the ground will ensure a free, fair and safe election. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. A local gold buyer in Wabag, Enga province, died at the hospital after he was stabbed by 2 unknown suspects on Monday, 14 July at his gold buying shop.
According to Enga Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent Fred Yakasa, the two men entered the gold buying shop pretending to sell gold to the buyer. PPC Yakasa stated the deceased was stabbed twice at his ribcage and on his chest. The suspects, alleged to have stolen the deceased gold and cash, was said to have fled towards the cliff into Lai River. The deceased, after being stabbed in the shop, managed to come out of his shop and told the bystanders of the incident. He was rushed to the hospital, however succumbed to his injury. PPC Yakasa condemned this incident, calling for Enga provincial government to remove the communities around the town and to have only public servants reside in Wabag town. He stated that the cliffside towards Lai River has been a great getaway for many after committing crimes in the town. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Reservist police in the National Capital District captured a suspect at the Nautana settlement on Monday afternoon who was among 9 armed men involved in a robbery of a supermarket and theft of a motor vehicle at Papalea outside of Port Moresby.
The armed group of men entered the supermarket and took money with some properties during the early hours of the morning. After the incident at Hockhead, it was reported to the NCDC police. The police, on the way to the scene, passing the Baruni Road, noticed a taxi suspiciously loaded with goods. Police officers managed to stop the taxi at Nautana. The suspects, upon realizing police was onto them, abandoned the vehicle and ran off into the Nautana settlement. Pursuing them, police were able to apprehend one of the suspects. NCD Central Police Commander and Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Turi said the NCDC Reservist Police recovered some money as well as properties from the suspect that was arrested. ACP Turi added that the vehicle initially used for the robbery was abandoned at Tatana as the suspects managed to get into a taxi headed to Baruni when police caught up with them. All properties recovered were labeled and delivered to the CID offices. The suspect is now detained for further investigations. ACP Turi commended the NCDC Reservist Police and others that assisted to provide information in recovering the vehicle and the stolen properties. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited branch in Walum, Imbongu District of Southern Highlands Province, has upgraded their vehicle registration management system to the newly introduced Pronto system, integrating various aspects of the company's operations.
Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited System Administrator Mrs. Sarah Wapua said Pronto system is the new software introduced by Australia for Business Management Solutions. It is designed to integrate the company's operations, including accounting, finance, operations, and mobile features into a single unified system. She said this new system, recently introduced to MVIL, replaced the old vehicle registration management system. Mrs. Wapua noted they have 2 female officers who have undergone training with the new Pronto system in Port Moresby last month. She added that so far the 2 officers are performing exceptionally well and they can register vehicles themselves utilizing the introduced system. Wapua said the new system can be used to register vehicles, conduct inspection of new cars, change of colors and endorsement. Meanwhile, District Chief Executive Officer Joseph Timothy thanked the MVIL team for taking the most needed service closer to people of Imbongu and the entire Southern Highlands Province. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Chairman of Special Parliamentary Committee on Public Sector Reforms and Service Delivery, Gary Jofa, is calling on the abolishment of Road Traffic Authority. He said RTA is not in any way contributing to the economy of the country and must be abolished. The chairman said with frequent roadblocks by Road Traffic Authority, there are still unworthy vehicles on the road.
On any given day when you're driving from point A to B, you will see a number of defective vehicles still operating. And yet we have roadblocks almost on a daily basis. Roadblocks that are manned by public servants who portray a very negative image of Papua New Guinea. they're not well dressed, they're chewing betel nut, they're scruffy. You can't tell the difference between these guys and the average betel nut seller.
He said there are other motorist organizations performing better.
We already have the Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited doing a magnificent job already. We have the Police Traffic Division that does a magnificent job, and they have the powers to not only stop you, but if you are breaching any of the laws in regards to motorists, in regards to roadworthiness, in regards to vehicles, they have the powers to impose penalties. They can arrest you, lock you up, etc., etc. Road Transport Authority does not have these powers as far as I know. Road Transport Authority is just an impediment for motorists and everyone, really. I'm calling that this organization be scrapped.
Mr. Jufa said the government must undertake a rate of written review on government organizations and abolish organizations with duplicated functions and costly.
To look at merging organizations that have similar or duplicate functions or activities, put them together and get them under one umbrella, one board, one CEO. You'll reduce costs significantly, and you will also reduce the headaches faced by motorists and other people who are affected by these type of very bad decisions, I would say, that were made in the past.
Efforts to get comments from Road Traffic Authority is pending. The 4 members of the Western Province came together yesterday to commend Oktedi Mining Limited for the services delivered in the province. OTML's Managing Director used the opportunity to urge the leaders to have in place counter-funding programs.
The Managing Director for Oktedi Mining Limited, Kedi Ilimbit, during the signing of contracts for major road projects yesterday said the credit they are entitled to every year is not enough to ensure vital service to all in the province.
In the entitled credit that we have every year, the money is not enough to do a lot of things that we want to do for the province.
He further elaborated on the importance of a counter-funding program. While thanking the OTML team, member for Middle Fly, Maso Ewabi, reiterated that the mine has the leaders' support.
I want the people to fight, we will fight as a province and fight to protecting Oktedi. That will be the fight at this time, the right time for us to fight. Maybe past time, no need to fight.
The member for North Fly also shared similar sentiments.
Now that we put a U-turn around and do the right thing. So you have my support, we'll all work, meet all our grudges. You see me very vocal of fighting against, it's not for anything else, not for personal, nothing, purely nothing. I just want to see this thing happening, a greater benefit for the whole Western Province. Purely no personal, nothing. But also I'm statement Mila Mekima. I just want to see these things happening. Delta Fly must enjoy, must transform. South Fly must transform. Middle Fly transform. North Fly too must transform. Eventually we'll see that we'll live a better life. Eventually after that.
The total funding for the 3 roadworks will be 4 million kina for the Balimo to Kawiapi to Wassa Road in Delta Fly District at the cost of 55 million kina plus. The tour upgrade for Balimo Road would cost 44 million kina, and the Kiunga to Nomad Road will cost around 294 million kina. The Minister for Works and Highways and member for Teleformin, Solan Mirisem, pledged his team's support towards the road work that will be executed.
Technical advice and provide supervision to all the roads that we build or to seal, so that those roads meet the work standard and you are compliant with all the standards. So there is no accidents, there is no incidents. Work are done, value for money, value for contracts.
The construction work is set to kick off in a month time by China Railway Construction. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2419 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2344, 0.3572 Australian dollars, 0.1940 euro, and 34.57 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copper closed lower, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Tell them shorty come get it, come grind on me, but me did it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell them who's gonna bring that roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell them who's gonna bring that roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi, Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi,
This Thursday on Sports Scene, Team PNG return from Pacific Mini Games, we talk cricket sports management, and we chat with former PNG Rugby international player David Neal.
Get yourself up each and every day.
Sports Scene this Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Secondary schools in NCD and Central Province competed in the Papua New Guinea Resources Golden Exhibition Debate Competition held at the APEC House today.
Economic development. We've discussed the reputation.
The PNG Resources Golden Exhibition Debate Challenge, hosted by PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, completed its elimination round today. A total of 10 schools competed across 5 elimination sessions. A highlight of the day was the second session, which saw Port Moresby International School taking on Quarry Park Secondary. The topic debated was on the delay processes among regulatory agencies which impede responsible development in PNG's resources sector. Quarry Park Secondary School were the affirmative side and Port Moresby International School on the opposition.
Accountability and transparency feeds corruption.
An example of this would be from PNG Bulletin, an article wrote in 2024 by Joel Andrews, as he states, state equity in resources, a resource project undermines the role of the state as a regulator, compromising its ability to enforce.
Although critical planning delays time, it ensures projects run smoothly and meets its goals. Careful management, resource allocation, and also trust between the communities that will be involved in projects to develop our resources.
Session 4 of the competition saw another interesting battle between Guerrero Secondary School and Dilasel Secondary. The topic of the debate was, should the government implement active capacity building programs to help the local businesses prepare for participation in the upcoming mining contracts?
Too often it's the foreigners contractors. Without government-led training, foreigners will keep.
What they think is all about the earning money, to making business. They don't care.
The competition will resume next week with the semi-finals and grand final. Pakatambu, National MTV News.
Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa officially launched a new fleet of heavy machineries recently to help in road construction and infrastructure development in the province.
4 earth-moving machineries were launched in a colorful ceremony at the Bates Oval, situated in the heart of Madang town last week Tuesday. They included an excavator, a grader, a bulldozer and a tipper truck. The machineries were purchased from XCMG PNG Limited at a cost of approximately 2.3 million kina.
Now by email gotta work. Government want them. People want them. Only man want them all right agency or some works. Want them all contractors come or subcontract. Want them legal money. Me blabba making big work because me blabba believe in now me play yet must what. Now me blabba change him. And the time is right and we believe in change. And the change will happen because God may allow him to come up.
An official from the Department of Works and Highways, Boyd Sika, thanked the Madang provincial government for involving the Department of Works after a very long time.
People of beautiful Madang and Papua New Guinea, on behalf of Department of Works, Minister, Secretary, FAS, everybody, I humbly say thank you very much over a long period of time to involve DOW.
The machines would be under the custody of a newly registered company called Madang Transport and Logistics, which is a subsidiary of the Madang Development Corporation. Governor Pariwa explained that the new machines for road construction and maintenance should have been bought 2 years ago. However, the administration impasse has caused the delay until this year in March, when the acting provincial administrator, Daniel Aloy, took office, that he began releasing development funds. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
The District Community Development Center workshop concluded at the Lay International Hotel this week. It was aimed at informing people on the District Community Development Center concept and the challenges faced.
This was the second following the first combined workshop for the Southern and New Guinea Island regions held in Central Province last month. The workshop saw 30+ attendees. The Minister for Youth, Religion and Community Development, Jason Peter, while opening the workshop, said, "This is a workshop that will shape the future of sustainable, inclusive and community-led development across the country." Minister Peter said they should have a roadmap which should ensure the District Community Development Center become engines of opportunity. Following the Community Development Bill being passed in Parliament, Secretary Jerry Ubase said this bill looks at community development as a national priority which empowers local leaders to shape their future and ensures accountability so promises become progress. The workshop started on Monday and concluded today. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
The members of parliament on the opposition are calling on the Prime Minister to minimize his international trips and focus on the country's issues as it nears its Golden Jubilee.
Noting concerns for the country, the opposition leaders made this call this afternoon in Port Moresby. The member for Sine Yongomul had this to say.
He lacks the understanding of what the issues are confronting this country. He's not able to prioritize his time, the financial resources, the limited financial resources that we have properly. He's wasting it. He's squandering his time. He's squandering our limited financial resources, and the people's issues are growing, stockpiling, and growing in size by the day.
He further highlighted some of the issues that needs attention from the members of parliament.
Can be regarded as a sick nation because people do not respect the rule of law. And when you don't respect the rule of law, how can you respect other forms of development in this nation?
The opposition leader shared similar sentiments.
Infrastructure development in this country. But we've gone to the point where the social standards in this country are beginning to be very, very low.
Mr. Tomuriesa said law and order issues are rising in most provinces. Thus, it needs to be looked into. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, tensions are continuing to escalate in the Middle East. Israel's military has carried out airstrikes across southern Syria.
Israel launched its first strikes against Syrian tanks heading towards the southern city of Swaida yesterday in what appears to have been a prelude to a broader campaign in the area. The new Syrian government, led by former militant leader Ahmed al-Sharaa, has deployed forces to the south of the country as sectarian violence broke out between the local clans there and militia from the Druze community. Dozens have been killed during that fighting since the weekend, and the Syrian defence minister has since announced a ceasefire, something the Druze militia said was imposed on them.
The Israeli strikes targeted internal security posts, patrols and Syrian military police checkpoints in an attempt to reinforce a state of chaos. Syrian army convoys were also targeted.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defence Minister Israel Katz said Israeli forces would attack Syrian government troops, tanks and vehicles as Israel sought to protect the Druze population. The Netanyahu government has been promising to do this ever since the Syrian regime of former dictator Bashar al-Assad was toppled last year by those rebel forces. In part, it's because there is a Druze community in Israel as well, and that community is broadly supportive of Israel. But the country's operations, military operations inside Syria, both from the air and from the ground, have repeatedly been described as overreach by the international community. Regardless of that, the Netanyahu government says it is protecting the state of Israel. And late today, we have heard from the north of Israel that a number of members of that Druze community had crossed the border into Syria, and Israeli forces were working to try to bring them back into Israel. The IDF has also launched heavy airstrikes in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, killing 12 people, including 5 fighters from the militant group Hezbollah. That's despite a ceasefire being in place since last November. All of this comes as Israel's bombardment of Gaza continues, along with those negotiations between Israel and Hamas on a ceasefire and hostage deal. Last week, the Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz presented a proposal to build what he described as a humanitarian camp on the ruins of the southern Gazan city of Rafah, but which many observers have described as more of a concentration camp proposal. Aside from those humanitarian concerns, the debate continues to rage in Israel as to the viability of such a project, whether or not it could actually be built in the time frame that Israeli authorities require or desire, and whether or not it would be too expensive. Some of the suggestions are that this has been floated and will never actually get off the ground.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rokai Sports. Stay with us.
challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
I know that every man, woman and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. The match between Mendi Muruks and Goroka Lahanis turned ugly at the Lay Rugby League round on Sunday. PNG RFL's Tony Archer confirmed players have been charged with penalties for the two clubs.
The second half of the game was stopped for several minutes as players and staff joined the brawl. What started with few players soon spread to the sidelines. Goroka Bintagolahanis officials had to protect themselves and their players. The fight was later controlled, but tensions remained high. PNG RFL's Tony Asher confirmed the judiciary reviewed the case on Monday. Tony Asher said during yesterday's press conference on the matter, a strong action is being taken, calling the incident very disappointing.
It occurred on Sunday in Lay in the match between Mendi and Goroka. It's with great disappointment that we're actually here today for an incident that unnecessarily escalated.
He noted that the players involved will be charged with penalties, so as the clubs.
9 players will be charged out of the incident from both clubs. They'll face penalties of 53 weeks in total. There'll be 3 officials breached. The minimum suspension we're seeking on them is 12 months. One of those will be breached for an 18-month period as a repeat offender. both clubs will be fined 25,000 kina.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
A new cricket vision from PNG Cricket Management was unveiled yesterday evening at a Trade Link Cairns networking event at Yacht Club.
The Trade Link Cairns networking event brought together sports leaders, including PNG Cricket Management, to discuss talent and future legacies. Speaking during the event, Managing Director for PNG Cricket Management elaborated on the importance of the program.
I think it's very important. I think this organization focuses on player welfare and providing an opportunity for those cricketers to play overseas. In terms of player welfare, it makes them earn their capacity as a cricketer.
Mr. Moramoro says two development models will guide their work, one for talent and one for building strong systems.
This is on talent identification, especially at the junior level. So we have two models of the business. We have the player agent side, which is where we sign players and market them to the overseas market. And we have the junior competitions development side, which is identifying the young cricketers in the junior level competitions.
PNG Cricket Management hopes to boost internal capacity, ensuring the sport thrives at home and on the international stage. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, their current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
They launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
This Thursday on Sports Scene, Team PNG return from Pacific Mini Games. We talk cricket sports management. And we chat with former PNG Rugby international player, David Mew.
Get yourself up each and every day.
Sports Scene this Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. Sogari National School of Excellence now as a brand new basketball court with funding support from Mineral Resources Development Company Limited. The new basketball court is a much-needed facility, long awaited by students and staff. A representative from the MRDC was present to officiate the opening of the court that saw two of the school's sports houses, Somare and Kiki, throw down the first game. The new facility will serve generations to come, providing a safe and proper space to develop their skills, foster school pride, and promote healthy competition. That ends True Guy Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
True Guy Sports. True Guy Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
This Thursday on Sports Scene, Team PNG return from Pacific Mini Games. We talk cricket sports management. And we chat with former PNG Rugby international player, David Mew.
Get yourself up each and every day.
Sports Scene this Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Last year we had 17,000, which is nearly double what our facility is designed max capacity.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving a politically exposed persons.
Middle-income economies, the average is around 12%. For PNG, our average is 30%.
So life insurance is about protecting who you care about.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing stolen matter.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly sunny periods. Daru, mostly cloudy with periods of showers to rain and possible thunderstorms. Kerama, mostly cloudy with periods of showers to rain and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, mostly cloudy periods with occasional rain showers. And Popondetta, partly sunny periods, then possible afternoon to evening showers. In the Momasa region, Ley City, partly cloudy, then chances of evening showers to rain and thunderstorms, and inland potential flooding. Madang, partly sunny periods, then possible afternoon to evening showers. Wabag, partly sunny periods, then possible afternoon to evening showers. Vanimo, partly sunny periods, then possible evening showers. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, mostly cloudy periods with scattered showers. Kavieng, cloudy periods with scattered showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy periods with few possible showers. Kimber, partly cloudy periods with few possible showers. And Buka, partly sunny periods with few possible showers. And in the Highlands region, Mount Agan City, partly cloudy period, then possible afternoon showers. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiyawa, cloudy with afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms and possible flooding. Mendi, Tari and Wabag, cloudy with afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms and possible flooding.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 16th of July 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next.